Just because you live in Memphis, Tennessee or Tallahassee, Florida, replicating Sonique Saturday's bags, I'm going to find you through my customers.
Let's sit on the couch, let's talk it out. Come on, join the show, I'll tell you what I know. Oh, talk about it. It's the best podcast, let's have a blast.
It's not Saturday, but she is in the house. Sonique Saturday from Saturday House, designer, artist, and fashion enthusiast, is kicking it on the healing couch with me. Also, businesswoman. I have to throw that in there.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm doing so good. How are you?
You know, I'm really good. I'm so glad that you were here. It's actually, when you walked in here, I was a little nervous because you are a mogul.
Oh my God.
Yes, and I've been following you for some time, and we have mutual contacts, of course, but wow. You are even more stunning in person, so I'm uncomfortable. But no, I really want to talk about it because you have a brand, you have an entity, you have an empire. What was the first thing you ever painted?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The first thing I've ever painted, I'm sure it was like an easel from Toys R Us. Which was probably my favorite thing to paint because it was just like, you know, land of imagination. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
It was very like carefree. So yeah, that was the first thing I painted.
And that stuck with you the whole time, so you were just like, I'm a painting kid, and it evolved into what we know now?
No,
Okay.
not at all. I feel like that was just one of my many outlets that I had. But, you know, like any other kid, I used to play with dolls and Legos, all those types of things. And I think that just the painting kind of came later in my career to where it was like, oh, I have this other thing. Let's tap into it.
Yeah. What was that moment, and take me back to this specific era in your life, what was that moment that you knew that you were onto something with paint, opposed to, you know, screen printing and all these other things that the girls are doing?
Oh my God, I love this question so much. Okay, so I have the perfect story for this answer. So when I first moved to LA, long story short, somehow, some way got my bags on a store on Melrose.
Okay.
And as soon as they put them in the store, they put them on the front, like, display window, like on Front Street, which I was totally not expecting. So I used to sit at this piece of space that was right across the street just to watch tourists' reactions when they walk past the window.
You're devoted.
I was devoted, like, no, I'm gonna go to LA and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And when I used to sit across the street, like, I really realized, wow, these people are going into this store for no other brand, no other designer, no other creation, just my bag. And they would all parade around it and take pictures with it, and I was just like, okay, this is something. You know, I don't know what it is, but I want to see what this can turn into.
Yeah. What was that most shocking thing that you kind of learned on the way to building this brand?
What a great question. People steal.
Huh?
Oh my God, did I say that? I'm sorry.
No, say it.
No, I think that, you know, when you kind of create something in your mind that works for you and for your just target market, your small little community, and you realize how much other communities like it, and then it kind of turns into this thing. And I think what happens is people see it and they say, oh, well, she's not being original anyway, so I could steal from her. I mean, it's like, it's working for her, so it could probably work for me. And I think that, you know, what happened in the beginning is a lot of people didn't know that the brand was going to, you know, just blow up and be in other markets. So it's like, just because you live in Memphis, Tennessee or Tallahassee, Florida, replicating Sonique Saturday's bags, I'm going to find you through my customers. My customers are going to let me know.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's the most shocking thing, especially since, you know, the people that steal from me, they look like me. I think that's the most shocking too. Yeah.
How does, like, because I feel like this is really important, as you mentioned that people are stealing and there's other stuff going out here, how does Saturday House differentiate itself from other black-owned handbag designers?
Oh, I love this question too. Wow, this is so much fun.
I know, you're having a great time.
I really am. I love this. No, because I just really like, you know, I love having dialogue just about building brands. I'm so intrigued with everyone's story. It's so unique. So I just love these questions so far. No, but I would have to say, you know, for one, obviously, as you know, my bags are hand painted. That's the biggest differentiation between me and other brands. Some of the other things that stick out is, you know, I sign every single purse. Every purse is customized. Every purse is not available all day, every day, all year, every year. Sometimes, you know, if a customer is able to get a limited edition or something that was, that sold out really, really fast, customers, they feel connected to the brand because they feel like, wow, I have something that a lot of people do not have, and it makes the customer want to come back for more.
Yeah. You paint every single bag?
Every single bag. Look at my wrist.
Look at the wrist.
Like,
why is fake fashion no longer a taboo way of life?
Fake fashion was never a taboo way of life.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's so interesting. This conversation has been really trendy. I don't know, the past 2-3 years. I've recently been getting tagged on this article that kind of says, this lady did this like research in Manhattan and realized that most of the wealthy women there have actually faux Birkins, faux Chanels, faux furs, faux pearls even.
Yeah.
And it's like, haven't we always known this? I didn't know this was like a new awareness.
Yeah, I feel like it pertains to, like, if you see a specific type of person, whether that's just like, let's place character Mary in Soho, Manhattan, maybe because she looks like she should belong there, they associate that with like everything is real going on.
Which is interesting because I think, when a black person that has the pigmentation, maybe of my skin texture, I feel like when we have on anything, it's deemed to be less than, watered down, no longer a trend. Oh, she got it because it was on sale. And it's like, people don't realize that who we are, our skin is the trendy part, not what we put on top of it. So we can make anything a moment, if you will. We are the trendsetters. So I think that it's really interesting when this, faux fashion, faux fast fashion is such a huge topic, when I feel like, all of the people have been getting away with this for a really, really long time.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
I know a piece of your story, you talked about it on YouTube before because the people wanted to know, but the iconic moment between Amber Rose wearing your bag in the airport, you shared your experience there, but I'm curious to know, did you think that that was a one-off experience not leading to what we know today?
What do you mean by one-off experience?
Do you think that, like, oh, you were like, this is super exciting, it happened, they took it to the airport, paparazzi saw it, but did you see it catapulting into what it is today, having the loyal customers, like you said, and, creating that exclusivity?
And I have to say this, like, from a humble standpoint, I really did.
Yeah.
I saw the full picture, especially when, I go back and forth with the Amber Rose story, letting people know so many celebrities, so many public figures contacted me prior to Amber Rose, but I was very strategic in who I wanted to get my bag on first, right? Because the first impression of a brand is really, really, important, especially when you're on such a huge platform like Amber Rose.
Yeah.
She, at the time, was going through the whole, Amber Rose versus Kardashians and the Kanye situation and the Wiz Khalifa, she was in the talks. So being that her platform was so big and slut walk in LA, it was just massive at the time. I knew getting the bag on someone like her is going to pierce me through the next stratosphere and open those doors up to other people that I would, want to work with in the future.
Yeah, that's dope. You talk about also in that video when the bag went viral that the everything just like went through the roof, right? Like all the orders and different things like that. It took you said like a month?
Yes.
Like a month?
Yes.
But like, do you roughly know like how many orders that was?
I wish I still had my website so I could just like reference the exact numbers. But I mean, I was working like a slave, like around the clock.
Yeah.
It was insane, and I didn't even know that, I was gonna be able to fulfill the orders. I was kind of in the space of like, okay, some of these customers are gonna have to be refunded because it's just not gonna happen. And I was able to push through. So I want to say it was at least, it had to be in the hundreds.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
A little birdie told me that Saturday House crossed 1 million in sales last year.
Oh my goodness, are we saying this out loud? Hi. Is this thing on?
No, yeah.
We've arrived.
Yes?
Yes.
That's like dope.
Yeah.
And that, like, how do you feel like receiving all this different stuff?
It's major, right? It's a milestone. It's something that, I've worked really, really hard. My team has worked really hard. We've been really consistent over the years, and we've put in the work, right? But at the same time, there are a lot of stories that we, hear about people that work really hard and they put in the work and they never cross over that threshold.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to receive that type of reward and satisfaction, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. And now on the other side of things, right, a year later, I think that I'm constantly, trying to deflect the pressure of keeping that up, scaling up to continue on, growing those numbers, the pressure that comes with that. It's almost like being a kid who always brings home straight A's and then you finally bring home an A- or B and it's like not good enough. Mm-hmm. So I think the pressure of trying to, chase that number and chase that success, I'm trying to make sure that I keep the integrity of the business as well.
Yeah. As a businesswoman, how do you respond to, other people asking to pick your brain?
Oh, goodness, not pick your brain. You know what? It's so funny that you just asked that too, because I now that I'm hearing the full question, I haven't had anybody ask to pick my brain in a really long time. And let me tell you, I think it is because people see the work and people see the brand and they see the vision and they automatically assume, Sonique's busy, honey. Yes. She is booked. She does not have time for whatever questions that I have. And I just, if that's how you're thinking, I love that.
You said thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Okay. So you paint these designer items. Do you paint other stuff? Like, what's your house like? Are you painting murals as well?
It's so funny because I actually try to keep my house clean.
Uh-huh.
Right? I feel like, the place of business, there's so many things happening. There's colors, there's sayings, there's shapes, there's just a lot of activity and just confetti thrown around me all day at work.
Yeah.
When I come home, my walls are white.
Mm-hmm.
My couch is white. Yeah. I have a black television.
I love this.
Like, I need to feel like I am able to come home and, have some type of serenity. So I actually don't paint every single object that comes, through the doors. Mm-hmm. But I have some specific artwork on my walls,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're very busy, as you mentioned. The people know you're very busy. How do you date and keep up love in the midst of all this?
Oh, child. How long do we have? Get a little sip of So, priorities, right?
Mm-hmm. They matter.
They matter. And I think your priorities change as the seasons change and as you continue to evolve and as the business evolves and things of that such. So I have to make sure that, I'm okay for starters, right? Yeah. And then after me, it's like, okay, do I want to focus on the business today or do I want to focus on my boyfriend? I love, Shonda Rhimes has a very famous speech that she's given. I forget the college. Yeah. And she talks about, the juggling between being director, producer, writer, mother. It's a lot.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It's a lot. And, I love how she beautifully, eloquently says, you cannot have it all. Mm. You were told a lie. Mm. And she's like, sometimes I'm a mommy on a Monday and then I'm an editor on a Tuesday. I cannot be a mommy on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You have to choose.
That's crazy, but yes.
And you have to...
to say that's so true.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Because, people see, even this right here, people are going to see this and say, oh my God, wow, they look so cool and they look so great and the story is so inspiring and all these things, which is great, right? Mm-hmm. But no one's seeing all of the things in the background and how much work it took for us to even get on this couch right now. And I think that, when you take those things in account, you can't do everything every single day, right? You have to pick and choose and have your priorities listed out. So, on a really, really down day, of course I want to go on a little date.
Yeah.
But, when my customers are selling out the merch, I want to be in the office, honey. I want to be at work, So it's priorities.
I love that. Let me ask you this. What else are you painting? Because we know the iconic bags. We talked about that. I gotta get my hands on one of these. I want the really big one. But okay, so what else are you painting? Because I want more. I want a jean that's painted. I want everything you have to offer.
It's so funny because people have been asking me for years, when are you going to do the Badu jacket again? When are you going to bring the Erykah Badu jacket back? I used to paint these jackets. Even in college, I used to have these phrases that go on like fitted hats.
Yeah.
And I used to go to Lids and get them done. And then, just buy them regular retail and then resell them on the yard. And I came, as I'm coming up with all of these phrases, I'm thinking like, man, I want to paint this instead of like stitch it or print it or screen silk it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I feel like painting it just makes it so much more like custom.
It is.
It just gives that like luxury feel of like, no, this is actually not in stores. It was made for me. You know what I mean? And I love playing with that idea. But so yeah, I have a lot of different products that are coming out very soon, and you guys are really gonna be excited about it.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay, we can't know no more. But that's all we get. There's stuff coming.
There's stuff coming.
Okay, there's stuff coming.
Not bags. There's always bags coming.
Always.
But there's more stuff besides bags.
Expanding.
Coming. Yes.
Take me through the process, though, of creating. Like, do you set the mood? Like, because you're painting, you said you're painting and everything. Is there a candle lit? Is there, what kind of music are you listening to? How are we really getting into that zone?
Wow. Well, there's probably like, a cartoon or two playing.
Ooh.
I love color.
Uh-huh.
I love, the fact that I can see other artists put these characters together, right? Give them life, give them a voice, give them an outfit. I love the idea of just, cartoon animation. I'm really fascinated by that world. So there's usually a cartoon or two in the background. There's definitely a candle. There's always candles around me, just to kind of set the, the fragrance, if you will. If there's some music, it actually doesn't go with any of that I just said. It's probably some like Atlanta old school trap music.
Come on!
Because that's just my heart and soul, honey. That's my biscuit and gravy, you know. So yeah, it's definitely eccentric.
Yeah.
It's a little eclectic.
Yeah.
But it's Black excellence. It's feminism. It's it's all of those things.
Yeah, I love that. Well, can you do me a favor? Can we play a game?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is it a drinking game?
It's not a drinking
Okay,
game.
because I don't drink.
Okay, I know.
Even though I've taken
we having a little sip.
two sips of this.
Just a little today. So it's called Can You Imagine? And basically, I'm going to give you two situations, two different scenarios, and you just pick which one is more likely for your case.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's
So
do it.
can you imagine losing
Uh-oh.
a Saturday House bag or losing a Chanel bag?
Okay, no. What? Oh, I don't want to lose my own bags.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're at the airport and you're just like, ugh.
No, I would never do that. Like, I hope my customers would never do that.
That's horrible.
That's terrible.
Then you gotta go rebuy it.
That would be the worst day ever if I lost one of my own bags. No way. I would never.
Can you imagine living in LA for the rest of your life or never being able to visit Atlanta again?
Oh, that's gut-wrenching, right? I mean, oh my God. Living in, I love living here.
Yeah.
But the inflation is kicking my ass. I got to go. I gotta get out of here.
It's getting crazy.
I'm not saying I want to go back to Atlanta, but I gotta go somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, really, the tax, the inflation, the gas.
What they doing in Utah?
Okay.
What they doing? Okay.
No, seriously.
Okay, can you imagine cashing a Trump check or styling Stacey Dash on
Oh,
one of your custom
Lord.
bags?
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Okay. Whew. Okay. You know what? I'm going to cash the Trump check and I'm going to style Stacey. Can I do both?
Get your money.
I'm going to do both because I want the Nene coin. But I love Stacey. She's a brownie. She's an original brownie. Like, and she's my size. How could I not want to style her?
Okay. And can you imagine designing shoes or forever dyeing your hair orange?
Now, we know that Sonique decided to give a color, honey. I never did orange, but I could give an orange.
You could.
I could. What do
Green
you
looks
think?
great. Green looks great too.
You like the green?
I like the green.
The green is new.
The green is good.
But I don't know. Now I'm thinking about orange.
Orange
now.
is kind of hot.
Orange is kind of a look.
It's the podcast season color.
I love that. I'm going to be more orange next. Archie.
And then lastly, can you imagine defeating an army of haters or never leaving your house again?
Oh, well, defeating an army of haters and never leaving my house would be TikTok, which I'm already doing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you're very busy. The number one rule that you follow in your business is?
Being nice.
Yeah.
I always talk about being kind and being just warm-hearted and just being nice. I think that, I always brag about I got this far by being nice. I think more people need to hear that, and especially younger people, because they're looking up to us saying, oh my God, how did they get to that point? I want to be just like them. I think it's important for us to continue to pass down being just a nice person. We need more just kind, nice people in this world. It's just way too many of us that are going on social media rants and road rage and getting, in situations that we shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
And it's like, remove yourself from the negativity and come over here to just being
nice land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to mention that's next for you?
Oh, wow. This is a big question. Oh my God. Should I speak about what's happening? There's so many things happening. I don't even know which bullet to pull out of the chamber. But I'm kind of getting a nod over here.
Say it. What are we talking about? It's okay.
You can do HBO.
Okay, what's happening
Give
in
just
HBO?
a little. You don't have to say who.
Okay.
The project, and you can say the movie, but we won't give the name of what the movie is.
You in a movie? Movies in HBO, yo.
Okay, well, I've been contacted by a few people to join a television series that is potentially on the line.
Oh,
So
dope.
exciting stuff about that.
Yeah.
And even more exciting news, we have a product placement in a movie coming to theaters near you.
Okay.
Did I say that right?
That was good.
That was my first time saying that
That's
out
a big
loud.
tease.
But it's been in the works for about a year or so. So we are constantly trying to just, keep our lips sealed, but continue to just, give little hints so people can get excited.
Sonique Saturday, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Can we
having
cheers
me.
it up?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't drink a lot, but I'll try.
Oh, just a little.
Okay.
Clink, clink.
Thank you.
Hey friends, thanks so much for tapping into this episode. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow for more right here on YouTube and wherever you stream your podcast. Oh, and visit archiej.com and follow me on social media at archiejspeaks, okay? And don't miss our weekly conversations right here on the Archie Podcast. Get into it.